change your mind, you're free, your soul. Feel that vibe like the summertime lightning. Living without you feels like dying. I don't wanna be alone. If you're with me, come on with me. Got the whole world singing with me. I don't wanna be alone. I know there's something to say for how this feeling will fade. Oh, how I wish it would stay until the end of my days. The lows, the highs, the way you glow. You change your mind, you're free, your soul.
What is up, folks? Welcome into the CBC Down and Back podcast storm edition, son. We might get hit with a full blast tornado right here in the middle of this dang podcast.
Yeah, it's
and
starting
it
right now.
won't stop us.
Starting right now.
We
Well,
saw-
unless the internet goes out or the power goes out.
Folks, just bear with us here, okay? But do cast yourself some prayers for the folks that will be getting hit hard. I mean, it's going to be a little rough, supposedly.
Yeah, supposedly they upgraded it earlier today or something for this area too.
Yeah, multiple areas will be affected. Clarksville, Tennessee got hit about a year ago, roughly, right?
Yeah.
Year and some change. We had a pretty rough tornado come through here, so hopefully not today, but could happen.
My wife called all of our insurances today to ensure that we had coverage for everything, you know what I mean? Just to call, get that warm fuzzy for homeowners, for vehicles, literally everything, because we don't park them inside the garage. So,
Right.
Could be crazy, could be crazy. What up, Dusty? What up, JBJ?
What up, guys?
How y'all doing? It's good to see you guys. No giveaways today, so we don't expect a huge turnout on the CBC Down and Back podcast, correct? We
Yeah.
don't have any giveaways, do
It
we?
seems like we live in a day and age where people just want free stuff.
Stop that. Sidley, what up? Rob
I really
Carper,
don't
that's what I'm
blame them,
talking
though.
about. Gray Bill, 71 and sunny. It is 83 and high risk of severe storms tonight here.
Yeah, it's been hot today. Like the hottest day.
It
Almost.
has,
The
yeah.
humidity, I mean, you could cut the dang air with a knife out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
It
I
is
didn't spend
thick.
much time outside today.
You don't usually. But folks, thank you for tuning in tonight. We got the winner circle. We're gonna recap Peoria. It was the Sammy Vansicle show all freaking weekend.
It was.
We're going into the picks for ACO Shreveport Bossier Pro Series edition with Mr. Jimmy Naylor will be joining us, and then we're gonna family feud a few different topics to kind of end it out, kind of whatever you guys want to talk about, and then we'll get you on your way, and hopefully I'll make it home before my house is destroyed by a tornado.
Daryl, we have patches.
Daryl, where you at?
We have patches. Earl, what up, big dog? Sid Lee, let's go.
You know what? Somehow Daryl finds out when we have things because he
I know,
found out
we
when we
just
had a
made-
banner.
we just got
Remember
these
when we got
patches.
banners and Daryl's like, "Hey, I need a banner,"
Mhm.
you know? And like we just made patches. He goes, "I want a patch." You know, Daryl, he's got an inside with somebody.
I'll tell you what, Daryl, on your next order of bags, I'll throw a free patch.
Daryl.
All right. Number one here.
Jesus is number one. Jesus is first. That's true. God first, folks. Number one. Faith, family, four baggers.
Hopefully, we get protected tonight by Jesus because it's supposed to get a little rowdy all the way till Saturday, I believe.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about saying being protected because sometimes I believe that the storms are good in a way that it can humble you. Like an appreciation for life.
Maybe we'll family feud this.
Sometime, okay. I mean, okay.
You know what I mean?
I'll wait then. I'll wait.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go. All right, next one. You're gonna do everyone all other than this
I
one. I got
always do
Timmy
it.
Key. Is that Adam with him?
Yeah, Adam Bow.
Adam Bow. Let's go.
Yeah, those
All
are
right.
my dudes right there. Look at those are some bright green Ronins right
Those
there.
they
Timmy
are.
Keys.
Yeah, Timmy Key likes that green
Yeah.
color, man. Congrats, boys, getting that first place. That's got to be Maple and Pines, correct?
Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah, let's go.
Amari and Chris Norris.
Chris Norris, where you at? You gonna give me crap now, Chris? I got you. Let's go, buddy.
Amari, we need to do a little bit of a better job of getting that bag out there, buddy.
We do, but Amari, we love you anyway, brother,
Yeah,
and keep killing it, man.
Afro's on point.
I like you and Chris throwing too. Chris is the dog. He's good, man. This year,
Chris
especially.
is decent. I could beat him.
I think I could beat him too.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So I don't think we could beat like you and me doubles, Chris and Amari, because Amari would like backpack Chris.
Right. He already does, yeah.
But we could beat Chris.
Definitely. Even if he walked.
I like it. Even if he walked, I like it. There they are again with the Ronins, 2 first place. This was last week, though, guys. Last week. Just want to let you know. Mark Prater, what up?
Mark? Good to see you, brother.
Jonathan Etheridge, when you coming back to play? Is Jonathan in here? Jonathan, what up, man? When are you coming back to play?
Jonathan's been playing a little bit. He's been throwing around a little bit.
That's good. That's good. All right, next here. This is all you. What are we looking at? Wait, I know this guy on the left.
Yeah, for right now, I'm blanking right now because I found this the other day. It's oh my gosh, his last name is Garmin. I want to say it's Matt Garmin, but it could be Jeff Garmin. It's one or the other. Somebody help me out.
Neither
Matt
of those
Garmin
ring a bell.
but I promise you.
Okay, all right.
On the left. On the right is I think that's Derek Vincent, I believe.
Congrats, boys. That's what I'm talking about. Taking that first place with the Ronins. Love it.
Folks, I pull these things out of the realm. Brad Woods and Dylan Mace getting it done.
I love you doing it, too.
Brad Woods
sit here.
is my guy, dude. Dylan Mace is a stud, too. I like these guys. This is up in, this is Southern Ohio Cornslingers right here, Bill.
Justin, what up, big dog? I saw your messages to Dylan, and I know they weren't for me because I watched that replay of the small clip of our video, and I'm the one that said, how are you guys going to leave Chase out there? I picked Chase. I believe Chase did the best, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, he got number 1.
I don't remember, Justin, but stay out of my dang DMs.
Gavin Garvin.
Okay.
There we go. Thanks,
close.
Mark. Appreciate that, man.
I was close on that. We got Gibby. And I don't know his partner's name right here, but Gibby getting it done with the elixirs as usual.
As usual.
Dude,
I love Gibby, dude.
You guys hit up Gibby, especially if you're in Illinois, man. Show some support to Gibby Gorilla Boards.
Yep. Stop by, play at his tournaments, get a set of boards.
This is more Gibby right here, and I believe this is Killicam on the left for sure. On the right could be Kalen, but I'm not sure.
I don't know
if that's Kalen. Kalen's always in here talking crap, so I'm not sure if that's him or not.
Oh, really?
If it is, I'll cut his hair. Don't mess.
No. Cut it while he's sleeping.
Yeah, I got the Rambo boonie cap on. I mean, it could go down. Just saying.
Hey,
congratulations.
It's funny because he's holding up a number 3, and Derek put him at number 1.
Gave him a little bit of grace right there.
I like it.
These are our guys right here, Bill. Let's see if you remember. Their names rhyme.
Nah, there's no way.
Rob Payne and Sean Kane.
Dude, okay, all right. Every time you say it, too, I love it. Cam and Tyler.
This is Payne and Kane. You know the movie Payne and Kane?
Yeah,
ever seen it?
Payne and Kane. No, I've never seen it, no.
Oh, good movie.
Isn't that the Schwarzenegger movie?
I think it used to be, but then The Rock redid one, and they're steroid muscleheads who commit a murder or something crazy like that. It's a good movie, though. Good movie, but hey, this is Payne and Kane right here. That'll way, boys.
How are you driving now?
Well, because you're slow today. This is Curtis, and who's his little partner down there, Bill?
That's Sadie.
Okay, I
Sadie
have not
Groves.
met Sadie.
Yeah, that's Tim Groves' daughter. Good friends with Liam. She wanted a photo bomb.
I like it.
Curtis actually won as Ghost that night.
Oh.
That's why he's holding up all the cash, but she wanted a photo bomb. Liam didn't show up, didn't get to play with his friend, and, she got the picture. No big deal. Liam's not on stream. She is.
Well, congratulations, Curtis and Sadie. Way to get it done. Steph, this was on last week, was it not?
This was the week before. No, it was not on last week. These were ones that didn't make it in.
Steph and Dalen?
So Steffi and Dalen, or Popeye is what we call him, took first place. They beat me. They beat you. I believe. They beat everybody. Steph was throwing good. Steph hadn't been thrown for she's probably thrown 4 times in 6 months. Shows up, wins.
Yeah, she threw my Jesus Saves Ronins.
Yeah.
And she didn't have anything. She's like, Dylan, you got any bags?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
I got these ones.
No, but I was doing it in a very, that was negative. I didn't mean for it.
That's my wife you're talking about here.
She said, Dylan, please, sir, can I get a set of bags? And I said, madam, yes. That's how it went.
This was your chance to be, what's that, Bobby Lee's dad?
Bobby.
Well, yeah.
Bobby.
This is your chance to do that. You didn't do it.
Well, her name's not Bobby. So.
I know, but you still had to imitate a voice.
Yeah. And what did I do? I came out with a witch. Witch. Yeah. Yeah, it was not good. What up, Totes? What up, Michael Lore? What's up, guys?
Let's go.
Is this Racer Jeff? I think this might be Racer Jeff.
Where is this from?
This
number
is
one?
California. This
We
is
can
Gray
deduct.
Bill territory.
Oh,
Bill.
okay, yeah, I like
This
it.
is Gray Bill territory.
Gray Bill's in the chat. He could tell us.
At least I think so. Maybe that's not Racer Jeff, Bill.
Taking the first
Bill,
place
I don't
with
know
the
who
old
this
school
is.
graphic Ronin too, dude. I love
Who
it.
is this cat?
Dude, Gray Bill will know us.
Who are
Or
you? It
let
might
us
not
know.
be Gray Bill.
He will. Oh, really?
Yeah, because I don't have it in. This isn't Racer Jeff. It looks. Bill, is this Racer Jeff? Here's another picture of Racer. Oh, it's Jeff.
That is.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I got this.
Very good, Dylan.
All
I
right.
like it.
Good job, Jeff. This is Sin
Sin
Lee,
Lee.
and partner dude Sin's the man.
I know, taking
Sin's
the
the
first
man.
place, throwing the Phoenixes. Dude, he got those Phoenixes so cheap. He bought them from Justine Smith.
Mhm.
She's like, yeah, they're a little slow for me now. I used to throw them a lot, but now I don't. I'll give them to you for whatever. I know you love CBC. And he's like, $5? Yeah, I think he did like 20 or 40 or something.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But yeah, Justine was very nice. And he's been winning with those bags the entire time. So it's awesome.
The Lees
I
are
love
great.
it. Yeah.
The Lees are great. We met him in Concord when we saw Choa go on a tear in
Yeah.
the women's division. Yeah, great time. Next, these guys, I don't know the names here, Bill. Somebody's got to help me out. But I like that they're holding all 4 bags. I respect this.
I like that too.
Yeah.
We got to know your names. I
I've
don't know
never
your
seen
names,
this, but this is the most efficient podium pick I could ask for.
I like it.
We might require this in CBC contracts next year,
Yeah.
that you have to hold up all 4 of your bags. What if you win singles? And
Oh,
you're just like-
we're not doing that. Again,
This
taking
is
a second
great
place.
marketing.
They have the first place bracket on there.
Caden McQuarrie and Jaden Parks. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I
love
like
it.
these guys. You let them know, Mark, what we said about them, because this is the new standard.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
the
great.
standard.
It really is great. And also, they're at an axe throwing place, aren't they?
Yes, that's Jack's in. It's outside of Elizabethtown. I've played here a few times back in the day, way
okay.
back in the day.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, congrats, fellas. Let's go. Love it.
All right. Well, what just happened, Bill? How did that happen?
Did you click 2? Click it again.
Oh, well, there's Racer Jeff getting it done again.
Yeah, we're in second.
place.
Yeah. Congrats, big dog. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
in
Got
the
a
Moose
first and a
Knuckle
second.
cornhole right there.
Okay, yeah.
Moose, that's Gray Bill.
That gives
That's
it
Gray
away.
Bill territory all day, every day.
That gives it away. I like it.
I don't know what happened to that picture I just had. Dave on the left. I don't know who that is on the right, Bill, but rocking the Three Rivers cornhole hat. Have you seen this man before?
If Ron Gingrich is in here, he'll let us know. But no, I haven't seen him before.
I don't recognize this mister.
Might be a newer one down there. Also, something that I noticed about this picture is that it could probably hold the bag from the top.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
This guy looks like he cuts wood. Something
Hey,
like that.
he might. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, something like maybe works in concrete. He just looks like he's a hard worker, you know?
Oh, we are going down to New Johnsonville coming up soon here.
Oh, good news.
Yep.
Megan taking second place in women's. Milo probably won, I'm guessing. That's why she's there in the picture.
I love that she wears that jersey too. That
Yeah.
they both do when they go out. It's awesome.
Yeah, we're going to get them one next season.
Yep.
As long as the
Freaking
Puckets
awesome.
stay with us. You never know.
We love the Puckets.
We do.
They're good people.
They're the first ever CBC sponsored pros.
Mm-hmm.
First ever. Just saying. There's only one first ever.
First
And it's-
ever major winner, a little bit of CBC history or trivia here, was DJ Long.
Singles, yeah. Singles major champion.
In singles, yes.
Mm-hmm. It might have been the first at all. I'm really not sure.
I think it was. First time CBC beat the Hertz, actually way long ago. And this little plug for Dylan. Dylan and
Luke Pepperman.
Pepperman in Owensboro beat the Hertz in doubles.
Yeah, throwing surges. Unstamped.
Yeah.
Surges when you could throw unstamped bags. That was circa January 2023.
That was the first year.
So that'd be 2023.
So he started in
October
October
22,
and so that was January when that
23,
happened. And
yeah.
it was the surges. It was the Panda surges.
Yeah. I still
And
have
Philip Barnett over the live stream said, well, guess the Hertz lost one. Guess a lot of people going to be throwing CBCs now here in the future.
Did he really say
yeah,
that?
he said something like that. And yeah, he called it. That was before he was sponsored by Elite.
Well, I think a couple people throw CBC now. Not sure, though. Jax Lomaton.
Lamotten.
Lomaton.
Dude, I like Jax a lot.
I
man.
like Jax a lot.
He's
dude.
killing it.
Jax is playing this weekend in Shreveport. I hope he plays well.
I know. I
really
kind of
do.
wanted to pick up from juniors, but juniors
It's a tough
is
field,
stacked
tough
in
field.
Shreveport.
Yeah,
and
this
Jax can win it, but I mean, there's other people that are like kind of tried and true,
Mhm.
you know. And I like to go with some of those picks. That's all.
I think Jax is maybe a season away from being in that elite juniors group, though. Like
Yeah.
he's right there.
Oh yeah, he is.
And when he's on fire, he could beat any of them.
He
You
could,
know,
he
it's a
could win
consistency
Shreveport.
thing. Yeah.
We just don't know yet.
Mhm.
We got to see him win one, get that monkey off his back, and then he's good to go.
TJ Mosley in the chat. Jacob Mosley as well, very good player that could. He's like right there too. Like sometimes he's
Yeah.
really good and he can beat anybody. Other times like he's throwing mid sevens or something.
Mhm.
It's tough, cornhole. There he is.
This was Friday, folks. This was Friday. We only got beat by Ghost. Tim Groves, let's go. So Sadie is Tim's daughter.
All right, next.
Dude, why? Just because you're not in here. We're not going to talk about me. We're not going to talk about me
all right,
being
go
tried
back.
and true and proven, and we should always pick me in every tournament and this and that.
Well, that's why we can't do
Just
it because
change
this is what you do. You
Let's
go
go,
on this
Tim.
tangent, right?
What, man? I've been throwing good lately. I
Yeah,
got a
been
first
throwing
and a
good.
second.
Yeah, he almost beat me on the sidewalk yesterday.
It's close.
This is Jill and Ben right here getting it done at Green River Brewery. That's California, Graybill territory. They're tearing up some Ronins over there,
I
man.
love it. You
They're
guys are
tearing it up.
killing it out there. Freaking awesome.
Yeah, I think Jill's a big fan of the Ronins.
That's awesome. Congrats, guys. These are our boys again. Oh, no, he redid it in second. We can skip this one. We already had one in first.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Caden and something else. Jade, I think. Maybe something like that. Bryce and Tim Groves.
Bryce
Let's
and
go.
Tim Groves. This was last week, I believe, or the week before.
Yeah,
They took
Curtis
second
was
place.
slow on posting a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we got him though. Congrats, boys. That's what I'm talking about. Bryce Sandman Jefferson taking a third place at the major, I believe. Was it third?
Yeah, he did. No,
Yeah, absolutely
yeah,
solid.
third overall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick, we do play at a gym. It's pretty cool. I don't work out there though. It would be weird.
I have climbed the
Nate
rope a few
Allen,
times.
Nate, you made it on here, brother. First
Nate,
time.
That's what I'm talking about. So he did have a little story about this. This was this kid, and I don't remember the kid's name. I could look at my messages and probably get his name. Although I believe that was his first or second, or he was kind of a newer guy that was showing up to play and stuff. So super excited that these guys both hit the podium like this. It was awesome. Let me look it up while you keep going. I just don't know what messages it's in. That's all.
Yeah, congratulations, guys. I think this is one of the Three Rivers Cornhole sanctioned tournaments. I don't know if this is big times or where it is exactly. Nate would definitely know. I haven't even seen Nate in here. Have you seen Nate in here? Chris Poe, what up, brother?
What do you mean? Oh no, I haven't seen Nate in here. He's probably playing a tournament right now.
Oh, this is Carrie. So she'd never thrown any ACO bags before, Bill, and takes third in women's. And she Googled ACO bags, and we popped up, and she ordered a set of carbons, and then took third in women's.
What's
Carrie.
her name?
Carrie. Yes.
I feel like I know this.
No, you don't.
I feel like Carrie and I have messaged in the chat or on the email before.
It might be possible, actually. Yeah, that could be.
It might be.
Carrie Ziegler.
But that's freaking awesome.
You would know.
Let's
Yeah.
go, Carrie. So the kid's name was Connor, and they played at the New Camden, Tennessee venue.
Okay.
And that was the first time, or he said he's a newer player. I don't know if that was his first tournament or first time. So,
Well, maybe first time on the podium. Congrats.
yep.
Congrats, Carrie, Dan Furlan,
And Doug Langston.
These guys are a couple of freaking monsters. All right.
Me and Tim Groves smoked them, bro. Smoked. They didn't even have a chance playing us, dude.
Well, yeah, that's probably. I mean, Dan's a beast, man, and Doug could go on tears too.
Doug can go on tears.
Both of them. Yeah, that's a good win.
Yeah.
What up, Mark? Where you been, Mark?
Mark Smothers.
Mark,
what
didn't
up?
you have surgery? How you doing, Mark? How you doing, brother? I
Thank-
miss you.
Yeah, I miss you too, Mark.
Cool Daddy and Martin getting it done. Third place with some Preds. Is that a Steph photo bomb?
Yeah, it is. She
My
photo
God.
Man, she's happy she took first place, man. She got a photo bomb.
Yeah.
I love that though. Cool Daddy, he's the man. And I got to talk to actually Martin for a little while last time we were out there. He's pretty cool. He knows a lot about nutrition, right? Because we started talking about it. He's a pretty smart guy.
We'll be ready to see Martin over at the Backyard Secret tournaments here soon.
Yeah, 100%.
Martin, you're going down, brother.
All right, last but not least here.
Maggie Geiger gets it done in women's with a double dip at ACO Major Peoria. Machine
freaking
Gun
awesome.
Maggie, man. You might not see her at majors a ton, but when she shows up, it's gas.
So the funny thing about this is that not power rankings this last time, but even prior to that, we talked a little bit about women's power rankings, and Dylan mentioned Maggie Geiger being in one of her power rankings, and other people kind of had an issue with it because they hadn't seen Maggie Geiger play at all. She lives all the way up in Wisconsin. She only goes to a couple majors, right? But they hadn't seen her play for most of the season, and so these people are like, well, how can you not pick some of the top 5 women today? How can you not? Maggie's not even ranked up as high as stuff like that. Boom, shows up to a major, stacked also. I believe there was 45 women in it.
Yes.
All the top dogs in it, smokes them all.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. With all of the currently ranked, both currently ranked number ones, some of the other top 5s were in there.
Right.
And this is why we even discuss something like power rankings, because some people might go, oh, well, just go to the points rankings. That should tell you who's the best. And it tells a close story, but it does not give you the power rankings, because like what you said here, Maggie showed up and she won and she double dipped, and you haven't seen her since probably Owensboro, right?
Right. It's been a while.
Here she is.
Been a while, and here she is.
I wouldn't say no issue. She did lose a game,
right?
But I mean, sometimes you got to get that fire under you, get the major jitters out a little bit. But Maggie, if you don't have her in your top 3 to top 5 power rankings, I just think it's a disservice to her and the women's division, and also I think she's in probably the GOAT conversation for women in the ACO.
Well, some newer
time.
people in ACO and stuff like that may only see like the leaderboards and that, and may not even know who Maggie is. And when you show up to a major that there's 45 women there, which is a significant amount compared to most majors with women, and all the top ones are at this one. I think our top 5 was literally at this one. And then Maggie shows up and just smokes them. There might have been 1 or 2 that weren't at it. But
Maggie's
that
a
was
beast,
it.
man.
Yeah,
Maggie's a beast. And McKenna Kopp is another name that's not in those top 5 numbers.
Exactly,
right?
because
and she's one of the best because she doesn't have regionals or something like that. Like, it's just, you cannot solely base who is the best on points.
Right.
You can't. Like, you just can't. But anyways.
Maggie, congrats. Let's go.
Mark, we'll be praying for you with that surgery on the 14th, brother. We'll be praying for you.
Where we at?
He's up here. Yeah.
Okay.
He's got this sick cancer. Mark, if you need any help, just let us know, brother.
Yeah, let us know. Send us a message.
If they're going to run some benefit tournaments or something up in your area, Bill and I will do our best
I would love
assist or attend anything that's on your behalf supporting you, Mark.
Yeah.
Okay?
Cornhole related or not, I think is what he means by anything. Yeah. But if it is cornhole related, please reach out to us. One of the first people anyway, reach out to us, and we'll get some stuff done for that.
Yeah, 100%, Mark. You've been
Caleb
here for a long
Caskey,
time.
what up? I saw that you won a tournament the other day, Caleb. I did see that.
Did he?
I believe so.
Was he? Oh, he wasn't throwing CBC.
No, he wasn't throwing CBC. I don't want to talk about that, Caleb.
It's all good.
But you did. It's clean,
Rob,
dude.
if your regionals and tournaments are an hour and a half away, maybe it's time for you to be a certified official, brother. Hit us up. We talked about it if you're interested and you think you have enough players in your area to start running certified tournaments next season.
Yeah,
it
Rob,
could be a good opportunity.
Rob, and guess what, Rob? When you start one and you're a CO there, I mean, somebody in a different zip code is going to look at that because you're going to grow a certain area, and then they're going to start. And then somebody else is going to, and all of a sudden you'll have cornhole every night of the week out there.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the points. Congratulations to all the winners, folks. If you take a top 3 with CBC bags, send them to us or tag us on Facebook, and most likely we will hunt them out. The CBC AI does a pretty good job, about a 97.34% on accuracy. So sometimes you get missed. Nate Allen, Chris Norris.
We get you the
Make
next
sure you
week.
hold your bags upright. Hold all 4 of them. You'd almost guarantee you get on. All right. All right, folks, let's move into the point chart, and we will discuss ACO Major Peoria.
Maybe I'll let you drive once in a while.
I'm doing good. What up, Jacob? All right, folks, this is CBC Family Pick. So every week there's an upcoming major. We face off against a lucky opponent, and they get a chance to possibly win some money. This week, $80 on the line. Cody swept us dry on...
Yeah, Cody whooped our butt.
You might not have to do this yet, Bill. We got to run through this real quick.
Just kidding.
And so Cody did great. We'll recap it here in a second. But how it works is we make picks based off the players that are showing up for the tournament that we see in the roll call. And then we do it in a snake draft form. And then you get points based off of this chart right here. First place, 10 points. Second place, 9 points. Third place, 8 points. Fourth place, 7 points. Fifth place, 5 points. Seventh place, 3 points. Ninth place, 1 point. After that, you get 0 points. Got to take a top 10 if you want anything here. No participation trophies in CBC. Let's go. So, last week, ACO Major Peoria was loaded down. Sold out major.
Yeah,
big venue. Well,
nuts.
not a big venue, but I mean a big participation weekend for the ACO. Great players. Everybody, the who's were there. Love to see it. Starting off with women's, Cody picked Maggie. He had her first, and it looked bleak because I think she lost her second or third game, and she dropped down, and then she was on a tear.
Yep. You got McKenna Cup there taking a 4th place for 7 points, which is not too shabby whatsoever. That's another one that we would pick regardless, which was awesome. And then I got Kim Jackson, the #1 female in the world right now, and took a 5th place there. But I'm telling you, this place was stacked. If you're not on your absolute A game at this place, you ain't going to win it.
Yeah, I think second and third was Martina and Josephina.
Yep.
So, I mean, and they're up there as well. So everybody's, the who's were there. You
Yep.
know, you had, like I said, to not have somebody like Kennedy in the top 5 is absolutely insane. Like, she's almost always in the championship. She's always winning. You know, and that just goes to show how tough it is. Any of these women could have taken a 9th. You know, you
Right.
had to be on your stuff every single game. And that's how we prefer every tournament to be.
Yeah, I
reality.
mean, this one was crazy. I didn't think it was going to be this big, but it was.
Yeah.
And it was good going through the roll call. It's a perfect one to be able to do picks for. Seniors, anyway. Bob Bunch, I had first pick. I picked Bob on it. It's not a limb pick. Bob is a slick side demon. Averages, I believe, a 10.2 or something like that lifetime on Cornholio. Bob's a great pick no matter where he goes. So I picked him. He took first place. That's exactly what I thought. Bob squared, though. Bob Heil is who he beat in the championship.
No, Bob took third. I was wrong.
Oh,
I
excuse
don't know
me.
what I was
Okay,
doing here.
my bad.
I was all over the place with this.
Who did
Yeah.
he beat in the Oh, it was Art.
It was Dan DeClue.
Dan
made it right.
DeClue,
And I remember
okay, yeah.
Kelsey texted me because she had picked Dan DeClue the week before, and Dan took like a 7.
Yeah.
And Dan took the king seed, and Kelsey was like, "Oh, Dan wants to make a run this week, I guess." Like she was upset, you know.
Yeah.
It
was Gobin. It's Cody Brewer.
Yeah, Cody Brewer, our guy.
Yeah, he won. He won it.
All right. Juniors, we picked them well. I mean, I had first. I took Carson Morris, the California kid. Takes a respectable second place. Bryce Jefferson, a respectable third place. It was loaded down there. Sammy Vansickle gets his first win of the weekend in the juniors division on Friday. I don't think he lost a single match. Sammy, certified stud.
I don't think he lost a match the entire weekend.
Yeah, somebody said he won like 18 matches in a row.
I
or
thought it was
something like that.
26-0 or something. I thought it was absolutely insane. So congrats, Sammy. You are a goat right now. If you're going to Shreveport Bossier, you would be my passion pick.
Yeah, he's not going. He's not going. Co-ed, we did not fare well besides Cody Brewer, who took Maggie and Wayne. They took a third. Russell and Martina won the tournament.
Yeah,
I love to see. I don't know
congrats
why
to
they're
them.
such a sleeper
Congrats
pick
to them.
for some reason.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they're not like top. You know, like they're kind of like a roller coaster, but they'll win 4. They're a great team.
Yeah, they are.
Sebastian and Kennedy took second. I did think about picking Sebastian and Kennedy. I did
They're
the same way.
I
They're
did too.
same
Yeah,
way.
it's exactly. They can do really, really well. We went with like I believe safer picks, right?
I went out on a limb with Courtney Coy. I didn't know how well she would play, and I didn't know what bag she was going. But they really did make a good run.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Kim and Chad 7th place. Like I mean, there was 46 co-ed teams. I think 49 co-ed teams. I mean, it's loaded. Congratulations to those teams. Doubles, we all sucked.
Yeah.
Terribly.
It's embarrassing. I mean, I got 1 point. Seabass and Hunter, you guys got me a point. That's it.
Yeah.
Gavin and Pedro, 13th place. Drew and John, 13th. How does that happen?
Yeah, and the team names that like Sammy and Trey, and Trey told us to pick him too. He texted me and Bill earlier in the week and told us to pick him.
Yeah.
And we're like, it's just tough when you haven't seen somebody play together. Like that's so hard to make a pick.
So a big thing that I do want to talk about, or from what I heard anyway from this major, is that the boards were crazy sticky slow, correct? So if we would have known that in advance, and I'm going to take a little mental note for Peoria anyway for this reason, because I don't know the venue, and I guess the venue had, maybe it was humidity or whatever it was. Sticky boards probably is not Drew's forte. You know what I mean?
No, yeah,
And
true.
that's probably why things like this happen. Hunter and Seabass, Seabass can throw on sticky boards. He can cut, he can roll, he can do all sorts of stuff. Bryce Jefferson can. Sammy Van Sickle can, who won it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Trey Matting can. They like boards like that. So they did have, I think anyway, a pretty big advantage going to this one, just looking at how slow those things were.
Right. Yeah, and then second place, Matt Troxel and Dawson Cummings. It was great to see them throw. And they threw the dumpster fire bags, which I'd never seen. Like I saw them in the the Battle of the Bags, and so got familiar with their company, and I'm friends on Facebook with the owner now, and we've texted a little bit, but I haven't seen a sponsored team or player from Dumpster Fire. So I was kind of happy to see somebody get there. You know what I mean? I like to see another company have a successful team. Another bag company.
Kelsey's got you. She says you're cheating, even though we already know Cody won.
No, Kelsey, because it's 2-bracket major. 2 brackets. So Seabass took, I believe, 4th overall. Yes. So with 2 brackets, first and second place overall get 10 points. Second and third place get 9 points. Fourth and fifth get third place points.
Well, if you said he took a
Or
4th.
fifth and sixth get third place
okay,
points.
there you go.
Seventh and eighth get 4th place points.
I leave all that to Dylan Kelsey.
Because then after that, Kelsey, what is the next place in the bracket that shows up on Scornholio? 5th place. Bing bop.
Dude, you guys are going to be texting back and forth about brackets all night now. All right, let's keep going.
Seabass took 2nd overall. Okay.
Second overall?
I thought he took 4th. Then we're good. Think changed. But now you guys know how the points work.
Oh, yes. Oh, we thought. Okay, yeah. No, you're right, because Bryce took 3rd overall.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought Bryce beat Seabass, but I think I don't know why I thought that.
You gave me a 25th for Austin Thomas.
Yes, that's what he got. I mean, what do you need me to check on that one?
No, usually we do that when they don't make the main bracket, but he was injected into the main bracket starting out 25th. That's very surprising to me. Austin Thomas is a great thrower. Could have been the slow boards. Drew took 17th. It could have, or the boards were 1 inch farther apart.
Wow. Yeah. And then passion pick. I mean, Cody, this might be the first time ever that somebody picked the champion and
this
the
is where
second
Cody
place.
just wrecks
because
it.
it's so hard to do because the second place or first place person has to be a non-pro.
Yeah.
And Sammy's that guy.
Cody smoked us.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do. Jaden Gamblin taking a 25th. Jaden, what up, man? Hey, I saw you getting frustrated at doubles for a minute, dude. You were throwing great against Trox. And who else? Yeah, he got a little frustrated. They weren't working for him for a minute, man. Jaden, you're good, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, Daniel Klinsky and Jaden took 3rd place. I like that team, too. They're a good pick.
Yeah.
All right. Bill, I think you're ready to do your thing. Jimmy, if you're listening, look out for an email. We'll bring Jimmy on. We will do picks for the Pro Series Major Shreveport Bossier. It's going to be a big one. Points-wise, you got to get in there. I mean, I'm surprised. We'll talk about the Pro Series numbers maybe a little bit. Because Bill and I are not impressed with the pros right now. You guys need to be getting out there.
Yeah. Pros, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, I mean, when you get a free tournament...
You did the wrong one.
I know, but it's this one. It's the one with the 5.
Okay, it is the one at the top.
Yeah. When you guys get to play in a free dang tournament for the possibility of winning thousands of dollars, get your butts out there.
We'll talk about this a little bit on Family Feud, okay? I don't want you bringing that up too quick there. But yeah, I 100% agree with you wholeheartedly. The Pro Series, a Pro Series major should be a lot more people here.
Yeah, and like I said, I think we'll talk about it in the Family Feud, so you guys should hang on after he's waiting to join. We should be good to go. So if you guys want to...
Where did you see that?
Right here. Entered the waiting room.
I would have never seen that.
You got
all right, hold on, Jimmy. Don't say a word. Hold on. Gotcha. Let's go. What up, dude?
Is he frozen?
Oh, I hope not. Jimmy? Oh! That's the best entrance we've had yet. I like it.
Yeah, usually we can't hear Kelsey for 45 seconds. So
exactly.
This is going much better. What up, Jimmy?
What's going on, guys?
How you doing, man?
Jimmy, first of all, I wanted to congratulate you on becoming a father. The announcement, a future father of America, the FFA. Right?
Future father, is that what it's called? I thought FFA was free for all.
Yeah, that is what it is, yeah. Well, welcome in, Jimmy. I think this is your 3rd or 4th try at getting on the show, right? Getting on the wheel. And I was happy you won because I think you had 3 spots today, didn't you? Yeah.
That's how you do it.
I was like, I'm buying one.
He tripled down.
I'll get in.
That's how you do it. Well,
Hey,
if you win,
I
you're
like
gonna
it.
get that extra 50 there. So that's pretty cool.
All right, Jimmy, so you know how it works. You'll have women's co-ed and passion pick first. Everything else is snake drafted. So you start us off with your women's pick.
I take Sammy Van Siegel.
Actually, you might be able to.
I like it. I like it. I mean, it seems like he could win anything right now.
Yeah, he's wild.
With my first pick, I'm going to take Kelsey Hyder.
No crap.
Yeah, big surprise there on that one, Kelsey. Tried and true, you know. And Kelsey's another person in the women's division that we were talking about earlier that like she's not in the top 5 in points, right? But she's probably one of the best, if not the best.
Right.
In any division.
Yeah.
Exactly. She's
won a singles
she's
major
insane.
this year.
She has, yeah.
She's made great doubles runs. She's made the final 8 in Tupelo as well, and maybe one other location, a couple for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if she wins singles this weekend either. I really wouldn't.
Yeah,
So-
if you look at the field, I think I have her in my notes as somebody is a possible singles pick. I really do. Okay.
All right,
Bill,
on
what do you
second
got?
place, I already got it typed in here. Bink, Nicole Jones. I don't think I've ever picked Nicole Jones before, but Nicole Jones is a dog. She can whoop some butt.
Yeah, Nicole is a dog, and that puts me in a spot because I forgot about one name because I like to pick Lisa Hill if she's in there.
I don't know if she did sign up for women's. I know she's there in co-ed though, so
Right, which
you would think she's in there.
Just give me Lisa Hill, Bill. If she doesn't show up, I'm gonna backdoor it with Ashley Urban.
Okay, I like it.
But I want Lisa Hill because I don't think Lisa has that many women's championships, and she's always like right there, you know. And like she's a beast, man.
Yeah,
Lisa's
solid
a
pick
stud.
for a top 3 anyway. Definitely. Yeah, JBJ, what up? Yeah, I got Nicole Jones, man. How's she feeling? She feeling okay? Does she feel good? You gonna cook her a good meal before this weekend? You taking her out? Like, how's it going? We're gonna be okay, right, JBJ?
Bill, he'll answer you.
All right.
Who you
All
got
right.
for seniors?
All right, I got
Senior
seniors.
division.
I'm gonna take Daryl Macon.
Yeah.
How can you not pick Daryl first?
Yeah, I'll take his partner, Johnny Thomas. The Alabama boys, they usually like to play each other in the championship, it seems like.
I like it. I like it. What do you got, Jimmy?
I'm going to go with Art Brown.
Yeah, Art's, I mean, I couldn't even point him out of a crowd, to be honest with you.
I don't know what he looks like.
I really
that's
don't.
a solid pick. I do know that.
But everything he shows up to, he's been great. What is he, 2 for 2 on seniors?
Yeah, well, he won Bentonville recently, didn't he?
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
week before that, he won, I think, Tulsa or Dallas or something like that. He won like 2
I think he
in
got
like a
second
month
place.
span.
I think he got
Was it
second
second?
place in one of them. I believe anyway. But yeah, he did win. You picked him, and then I think he got second after that.
Yeah.
I believe. I'm not 100% on that though.
Juniors, I'm torn between Chase and Noah, but give me Chase Hollis. He's been on a tear.
You got to. Oh, you know Justin Hollis is in the chat.
I don't-
Gonna give you crap if you leave him open.
I don't even know who Justin Hollis is.
Well, he's gonna message you and say smart pick. You know he's gonna say something like that. All right, what do you got, Jimmy?
I'm going with Parker Burgess.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Parker's absolutely solid.
I will
I
give
picked
you
him numerous
inside
times this
information. Somebody texted me and told me.
Wait, don't
never-
wait until
okay.
I get my pick in there.
Well, it's
Because
not for you.
okay,
They said never pick Parker for juniors, which I don't agree with that. I've seen Parker win. If he doesn't do well, sometimes you get a text like, "Don't pick him," you know, and it's like, I don't know. He's a beast.
now I know it's not for me, but this still leaves an opportunity open for Jimmy to change his pick. Now that you said that, that's why I said let me lock mine in
Who's that
first.
guy?
Aaron. What are y'all doing, man? You guys practicing? Aaron, good to see you, big dog.
He's not playing. See, we needed this information.
See,
Jimmy-
I could have picked
Jimmy,
him
new
like this.
pick.
Jimmy, new pick. Parker's not playing juniors.
Okay, I'll take Noah Dennis.
Yep, good pick. That's probably what Bill was gonna pick.
That's why I wanted to lock mine in. Yeah. Thanks, Dylan. Appreciate
Stephanie, I
it.
promise you that Parker's name is in the juniors roll call,
It
unless
is.
it's been pushed out in the last like 10 minutes.
We just saw it a minute ago.
We
yeah,
got the whole
Nick-
Burgett
yeah.
family saying he's not playing.
I'm just saying it's in there. So yeah, I had Parker and Noah written down here. I'm gonna do it, Dylan.
Who are you going with? Jax Lamotin.
I'm
That's
doing
my
it.
guy.
I don't care. This is the one, right? This has got to be the one. Jack shows up, just smokes everybody, right?
I hope he does well. I really do. I really do. I like Jax.
Let's go, Jax. I got you, big dog.
All right, co-ed's tough, man. I looked at co-ed, a lot of good teams.
Is it me first in co-ed?
No, Jimmy's first.
Okay.
Yeah, for what, 22 teams or something like that?
Yeah, there's probably 5 to 7 teams that could win.
Yes. I'm going to go with Dustin or Rankin Taylor Owens.
No, yeah, I don't even have them written down. Like I must have, I wrote down 4 different teams, and I must have just stopped and didn't even get to them.
No, that's a
And they're
super solid
tough.
team. Yeah, it's a tough team. Super solid. I think they need one more to max. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Something like that. They're very close anyway. They're very close.
A little motivation.
that puts you in a
Yeah.
weird spot here, Bill.
No, it doesn't.
Okay,
Puts me. I mean, these are
Your-
my
your
guys.
favorite team?
This is my favorite team. He left it open for me.
Yeah, Bill's taking Lisa Hill and Brandon Lacewell. That's his go-to co-ed team.
Yeah.
And they're very good. Very
Yeah,
good.
no, I love when these two play together. They whoop butt. I don't know what it is, but when they're together, they just kill everybody, and it's awesome. And they've been getting a lot better individually too, in singles and everything like that. Since what we've seen, like they have won their co-eds first, and that's kind of how they came on the radar. It's just doing really, really well in co-eds, and now you're starting to see them in singles and stuff like that, branching off and doing really, really well again. So I love that team.
Yeah, Brandon made the final bracket in Bentonville, I believe.
That's
He
what
was
I'm
in the
talking
final
about.
8.
Yep.
Lisa's making a good run at pro this year. I think she needs like one more big finish, and she can make it. I hope
Yeah.
she does. I'm going to pick the only team that's played in 2 majors and haven't even lost a single game. Daryl Macon and Kelsey Heitert.
Oh, I didn't
very-
even see that. I didn't even see them in there.
Very
to be honest.
surprised that they weren't picked. But all these teams are so good.
That is very true. Look, I didn't even see them in there.
And if Parker and Nicole are in there, I don't know. Are they in there?
Yeah, they're in there.
Dude, see-
Franklin's in there too. That's gonna be a tough team.
Yeah, the Pucketts can show up and win at any given time. I mean, there are tough freaking teams in there.
Yeah,
Doug Parker and Lisa Barber.
Co-ed's going to be the one to watch. That's going to be the division to watch. There's co-ed singles, a little bit of double, but I think co-ed is where the stacked people is. I think that's going to be the most fun tournament this weekend anyway.
Besides probably Skins. Skins is
Oh,
the
yeah,
best.
yeah. I forgot it is a pro series. So, okay, what do we got next?
Doubles, you're up, Bill.
Me? So the only reason I believe that this is an out on the limb pick is because they got to go through pools.
I mean,
You got to go
so
through
does Aaron
pools.
and
Those
Jimmy
are
every
games
week.
you got to win and exactly. You guys do too, but that's why I believe it's kind of an out on the limb because that's tough. It's a little bit tougher. You have to show up earlier, right? You got to play this whole thing. So I'm taking Scotty Ball, Colby Baskets, man. Scotty's hot right now, dude.
Yeah.
And Colby, he's just killing it. So I got to do it.
Yeah, I wonder what bags they land on. Scotty's or Colby's. But I don't think it matters. I just wonder if they can both get comfortable with the set. Because if one person's uncomfortable, like it can get weird, you know?
Yeah. Scotty coming off that big win.
Yeah.
Freaking awesome.
Scotty's tough to beat right now. He's one of the best. I'm going to go with another team that's playing pools. The Bentonville Major champions, Chris Day and Larry Young.
I love it.
I like it. 2 pool play teams there. Wild.
Yeah, no, exactly. Both. What if they're in the same pool?
Oh,
You know what I mean? And they play each other first,
get
and then
catchy.
just somebody is unlucky after that. Like, yeah, exactly. It's like stay away from each other, please. Oh man,
All
yeah.
right, what do you
JBJ
got?
saying Noah, Dennis, and Nicole. Yeah, I'd love to pick them for co-ed, but man, I got Brandon, Lisa. What do you got, Jimmy?
The teams that have been partnering up like Colby and Scotty that have been making runs like just last week in Peoria with Sammy and Trey, and the week before that, Kim and Scotty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they killed it. Yeah,
Like the teams that are just partnered up. I mean, it's a good pick.
yeah.
I mean, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with an OG team. I'm going with Craig Irvin and Russell Papers.
I like it.
I like that. Russell's been throwing really good lately. He made a great run this last weekend. I forgot where he finished. Maybe like 5th overall or 5th in bracket or something like that. Russell played well, maybe even 7th.
He has been
And
playing
then he played really well last night. He only lost to Scotty Ball in a real tough regional last night. And I mean, Scotty's just doing Scotty things right now.
Scotty's nuts right now. He's just on another level, and it's
Yeah.
awesome. I hope he doesn't slow down because he is very, very good.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take him for singles. Give me Scotty.
Really?
Ball out. That's my dude.
I like it. I like it. Here, I'll just write ball out there.
Okay, I like it.
Ball up.
Yeah,
Ball
I
out,
gotta
son.
put that on there for Scotty, man. He'll like it when he watches it later. All right, what do you got, Jimmy?
I'm gonna take Dustin Arant.
I got him
Yeah.
written down too.
No, singles is tough, actually. I started looking through it, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Okay, this is a limb pick. It's not really because we know the guy's skill, but it is a limb pick because I don't believe he's ever won a singles major.
All right, who you got?
Chris Day.
Chris Day? Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think he's ever won singles, so I believe it is an out on the limb pick. But dude, I just look at this guy's stats. He's either cheating or he is that good with slow bags. Cheating meaning just entering 12. You know what I mean? Doing something like just trying to pump his stats up. But he's good. He's
very good.
Really good. So I don't know, man. That was my third pick for this one. I was third pick. You guys both picked my other two. I got to go with Chris Day here.
I'm just surprised nobody takes Douglas.
I know Doug
I'm
Parker.
usually the
I know,
Doug guy, though.
and this is kind of his area too, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but
He's a Pro Series guy. He's gonna take that down.
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. I like that. Am I first in passion?
Nope. Jimmy's first.
Jimmy, don't be doing a cheap passion pick here.
I'm stuck between two, and only because I watched the one guy. I believe that's him that finished third in Tulsa.
Who's that?
Zach Harris.
Oh yeah, he's a Texas player.
Oh, okay, yeah. Those Texas players, man, they
Yeah,
sneak
he's
up. They're
good.
freaking good. Yeah.
I watched him throw that day, and he was throwing fire.
I like it.
I'm gonna go with Colby Beck.
Oh, I thought you were there.
That's funny. Bill typed it in, and now you faked him out.
Now.
That's who he wanted to pick.
Now, I want to look. We have some very strict rules, and the CBC AI bot will catch you. Do you have a story or no Colby Baskins at all?
No.
Then how can that be your passion pick? You had Dylan. Are we allowing this? Are we allowing it?
It's just tough. We've been picking all over the place lately.
Are we allowing it?
Yeah, I think we're gonna allow it. There's enough.
All right,
to
we're
pick
gonna
from.
allow it for you, Jimmy. No big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal. Now I got to go back and look. I thought there was no shot that anybody picks Colby, but me.
He's been picked like every week that he plays. I feel like
No,
he's solid.
I got to look it up now. So
Can I make my pick without you picking?
probably not. Yeah. Go ahead, Dylan. Tell me who your pick is.
I was looking at Jonathan Etheridge.
Wait,
Okay.
Jonathan's playing?
Yep, Kevin Mesa, Lisa Hill,
Let me just take a once over real quick.
Chase Hollis.
I don't have a story with Art Brown. I couldn't pick him out of a crowd, so I don't know.
There's a few in here, Bill.
I think I'm gonna take Jonathan Etheridge.
Yeah, I like it.
I met him. I met his parents. So I do have a story. I do know him. So
Yep.
The AI looking into that.
we sponsor him.
We sponsor it. I think we're good on this one.
You know, there's a few stories with him. I think I'm okay.
I'm gonna take Miss Lisa Hill. I just think she's gonna have a good
I
weekend.
thought you were taking Kevin Mesa.
I was gonna take Kevin, but I've taken him a bunch of times, and
You
I
see
feel bad
Bryson
about
there?
it.
Take Kevin. Take Kevin.
Fine,
take
fine, give me
yeah,
Kevin.
yeah, you got to take Kevin on this one.
Yeah, Kevin's a stud. And like I said, I've hung out with him a couple times. I hung out with him in Branson last year. I'd like to hang out with Kevin more.
Yeah.
I want to see him throw a cornhole bag at somebody, but maybe someday.
Yeah, I think we all saw that in the TCL. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, that is funny. All right, Jimmy. Well, we'll take your passion. What's your Pro Series pick? It's not going to count for points, but I want to hear who you think's going to win.
Like I said earlier, I think Doug Parker's gonna take that down.
Okay. I got Scotty Ball on that one.
Yeah, I was thinking Scotty too, so now I don't really know but Dustin could easily take it. Like all three of those guys have played well in the Pro Series too.
Yeah.
Scotty's like got that second place, and I know he wants
That's
it.
what I'd say.
He wants
those
it
would be the
bad.
three,
Scotty
yeah.
texted me. He said because he was one bag away. Kelsey too. Kelsey's a crazy pick for singles or Pro Series. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. She corrected your spelling.
I Americanized the spelling. I'm sorry. Okay, you know it's my
Mesa.
fault. It's my bad. My bad.
All right, Jimmy, you got anything for the people, brother?
Nothing.
Good day, guys.
Is Aaron standing right next to you still?
No, we're actually at a blind draw right now.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, well, go tear it up, man. Good luck to both of you and Aaron out there, and good luck to you with the picks. I hope you win, man. The pot's down to, just what we have this week, so I hope you win,
Yeah.
man. I hope you scoop it, brother.
Yeah, good luck, Dylan.
All right, Jimmy, we'll see you. Good luck, brother.
See you, bud.
All right, so Jimmy Naylor, good to have him on, man. Picks are locked in, correct, Bill?
Picks are locked. I'm going to lock them one more time. They are double and triple locked now.
Yeah,
Let's
Jonathan
go.
does throw gas, Jeremy. I trust you. We just haven't seen him in a while, so it is a little bit of a sketch pick.
Yeah, he took a couple months off, I think,
Mm-hmm.
from ACO anyway. I'm not sure if he continue to play. I don't think you can get away from the game. Maybe he's playing in the backyard and stuff like that. But he took a break for a while, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but good picks right here from Jimmy. This is gonna be a tough major down in Shreveport Bossier. Let's get into some feud, Bill.
You ready?
Yeah. I just watched Bill drink water, folks. That was the first time.
It was ice melt. I was making room, folks.
It was ice melt.
This is the feud. It's time to bring it out.
Parker, the reason your name isn't in there is because you forfeited your spot from juniors.
Yeah, your
Those
mom
reps-
and dad both said you're not going to be there for juniors. Then we don't even know if you're going to be there anymore.
Yeah, those reps are important. They're free reps. Me and Bill have honed this down. We've talked about it so many times, how we wish there was a men's division, 19 to 54, for only us.
I like it.
It should be
I
a
like
thing.
it. It should be a thing.
Because, you get free reps. I'm just saying.
So, first family feud topic.
Yeah, let's hear it, Bill. What do you got?
And this is just off the cuff because you just jotted my memory. You jogged my memory a little bit on this.
You haven't jogged in a while.
My memory jogs all the time. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. First family feud topic, real quick. It's not going to take long. Why don't women play seniors?
Well, why don't women
Why don't
play-
women play? You said something about we wish you had this division, blah. Why don't women play seniors? Why do they play women's rather than seniors?
I think women, they'd rather play each other. There's like an extra added competition there. Like women that are competitive want to beat other women. Like they don't care about the elderly.
They don't care about.
No. There's no pride in beating the elderly.
Oh,
Unless you are elderly.
well, no, but they have to be elderly to play the elderly.
But you'd still rather beat, because you want to feel young at heart. So no matter what, if you can play in a division where you play the younger women, let's think about it.
Somebody in
If
chat,
there
tell me
was-
the answer to this.
Listen,
why
okay,
don't women play
Answer
seniors?
this
Why do they
question.
play women?
If you were 55, right, would you rather play in the male division, 19 to 54, or let's say it's 19 to unlimited, or the seniors division?
Seniors division all day.
You would rather play in that one? I think that you as a competitor would rather play in the what we're calling the male division.
Right, we would call it a male division. I agree.
Yes.
And I would play in seniors
Why?
because I have a block bag. That's why. That is my thought on it. Is that okay to think that?
Yeah, I think it is. I just don't think that's how most people's minds work.
DJ right here because they never tell their age. That I actually like that. That's a good
Women
theory.
never tell their age.
Yeah. They,
Well, so there is one person that does this differently. Riley Ernest plays juniors instead of women's. But do you think that's a thing of like a younger girl wants to beat the boys? Like, is that more the thing there?
well, Riley Ernest throws elixirs,
Mm-hmm. Slow bags.
and juniors is a great place to develop the slow bag skill.
Because other people are also blocking?
Right, and I think that it may be more fun when everybody's trying to do that and get roll bags and get just all sorts of crazy shit. Maybe that's it, or also it's a free tournament.
Juniors
Women's is
free.
not.
That's true. $30 for women.
Women's is not. So that could be something there too.
I don't know of any other women that could play juniors besides. I mean, I'm sure there are some that play women's instead.
Yeah, there could be a couple, but I think that's also to develop your skills anyway, especially against juniors. We all know juniors, they place high. They place high.
I still just really do believe, though, if the ACO ever goes to 3-day tournaments, right, like at the Super Major,
and
Mike Holmes says no woman wants to be labeled as a senior, and that's probably true too, right? Like there's some sort of issuing with the name, but what else could you name it?
We should call it seasoned.
Elders.
Seasoned.
Slow walking human beings that need extra vitamins.
If you call that division weathered, no woman will ever play it.
Aged?
Just call it the weathered division.
Oh.
No, that would be terrible.
What if it's the fine wine division?
Yeah.
That's putting a little bit of
The
fancy
sweetest division. Something like that.
Mm.
I like that a lot. Maybe they need to rebrand that division to get more women into it. I think so. I like it. That's
Virgin wants to bring up you only get to make one pick on the wheel. We can make it a rule next week, Steph.
Wait, what is it? What is it? You're only
so for the 8-person wheel to spin who comes on family picks, she wants it because Jimmy got 3 today. It's first come, first serve. We could limit it to 2. I think 2's fair.
Stephanie, are you not a part of the CBC family page on Facebook?
There was no, I don't know if she is, but there was no.
There wasn't this time, but in the future,
Sometimes there is.
The CBC family page gets some free
Insider
chicken all the time.
information
Insider
sometimes,
information, especially when we're dropping new designs, when we have limited series and things like that.
Waffles,
it goes to
wheels.
that one first.
Mhm.
So if you're not a part of that, you might be missing out because then you get that.
No, we can't call it the menopause division.
Who said that? Come on, DJ.
Heather guy says she thinks it's the camaraderie between women. But anyways, I was on to my point, Bill. The 3-day tournaments, which I think there needs to be more of. I think there needs to be more super majors, right? There needs to be more stuff with the tailgaters involved, with the bigger purse, with the pro series. Like those things are a hit. I really think you could put those anywhere, and you're gonna get.
Are we pivoting from women's?
Well, no, because now I'm talking about the male division. I'm talking about,
okay.
So somewhat, yeah. I don't think that there's a smooth answer. Like, we'd have to ask. I mean, the women in here, in the chat, you tell us why you'd rather play in women's than seniors. But I don't think... So the majority of women aren't seniors. That's one thing.
The majority are not, but there are a few.
So the amount of people we're trying to poll right now...
I will not name any name whatsoever because I only believe in my mind that there are a few, but I don't know anybody.
Nobody right here wants to even determine themselves as a female senior and won't even put it in here.
Oh, yeah, it's very true. That's very, very true. Yeah, I don't know. I believe I would use it to my advantage, number one. So if, like, seniors looked more stacked than women's, I'd play women's. If women's looked more stacked than seniors, I'd play seniors.
Yeah, I guess you could do that. I don't know because you have to sign up before the roll calls come out, so like it wouldn't be an easy swap a rooster. It could probably
those ones are mostly walk up because like you can walk up, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't. Those ones never fill out. They're not going to get 300 women or 300 seniors being able to play at the same time. So I believe you could walk up to any one of those.
Yeah, I don't know. But back to the male division, okay?
Sorry, guys. Sorry. My bad.
It's all I care about right now. Because the issue with majors sometimes is that people don't want to travel all the distance, and especially when your population is it's 73% or something like that, males between the ages of 19 and 54.
Males get screwed, and I think that's where you're going with this, because they do get screwed.
Because
they get screwed.
Senior should be for the old guys only. Okay, Todd, that's sexist.
Cody says
women have their own division.
Cody, I'm going to smoke you next time I see you. How about that?
Seniors should be for the old guys. Todd, that's the division we're trying to create right now, is the male division, where it's 19 to unlimited, just like the women's is. Right? It's the man's division, the male division. I don't care what we call it. The extra appendage division. I don't care what we call it, but it's 19 to unlimited.
Why don't we call the divisions XX and XY?
No, they're not going to like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, whatever.
Like
okay, keep going with the male division.
but you're going to get more people to the major because then a lot of men aren't showing up on Friday to see your other events, your Bagmaster quads,
You
your
have
blind
co-ed,
draws, your
quads,
co-ed.
and
all
those
that
are
stuff.
all later in the day.
Right. And you could show up. You could have men there at, the only men that are there at 7 in the morning are the husbands to the wives that are playing in the women's division for the most part. If you had a male division at the same price, 50% payout, just like the other divisions, tell me they wouldn't go crazy.
No, I do like it. I do like it. And something else that you were talking about. Okay, so I believe that if there is a women's division, there should also be a men's division. So
Yes.
as far as we can tell in cornhole, it's about 80-20 between men and women that play. As far as we can tell, these majors, they may show that at some time if there actually was a men's division, right? If it did show that. Now, this men's division does not cut off into a senior. So a senior then has a choice.
Right.
And only because seniors is dominated by men right now. I think it's actually 100% men right now.
I can't think of a woman that plays
I can't
in
think of a
seniors.
single. I think it is 100% men. But those seniors would have the option to be able to play the male division or seniors, correct?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would push for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, just to be, and I don't even want to say fair for it, because I think there's plenty of people that show up that early that would love to play that division.
Yeah.
So, I know
saying it could hurt co-ed if it ran at the same time. Justin, the only way this would work is if it's a 3-day tournament, because there's no way you fit a male division into the system of 2-day tournament right now. There's no, unless, like you're saying, they would have to
due to
forfeit.
venue size and board availability. That's all you're
Right.
saying. Due to
Right.
venue size and board availability. At a bigger venue though, you could definitely do it because
Well-
they run juniors, women's, and seniors at the same time.
Yeah, so you can't run the male division at that time because it usually takes up all the boards. But what you could do is you could run the male division at the start of quads, because then it goes quads and blind draw. But you are gonna miss out on some.
No, you want
players
to run it when it's juniors, women's, and
seniors.
seniors. Yeah, you'd also run the male division right there because you don't expect those to have a ridiculous amount, amount of signups for it.
Right.
So I think that it's possible only in venues that allow 60 sets of boards or something.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot. You're gonna need
You
a lot
got to
of
have some
boards.
boards, yeah, and that may be the issue why there's no men's division.
Well, maybe you have to cap it. Maybe it's something that sells out at a certain level depending on the major, But
Yeah.
I still do believe it should be offered, and it's a great point of revenue because, like what we're saying, like if Steph was an avid women's player, you would be there at that time. And let's say you didn't stream,
100%.
and you would be upset-ish that you can't play a division.
If I did not stream, exactly,
Right.
and that's the thing. Like I've been to a couple majors without. Well, maybe I haven't. I think I've only been to one major without streaming. And yeah, if there's no reason for me to show up, I'm probably sleeping in.
Right, but if
Or
there was a
supporting my
division
wife.
offered, would you not play in it?
I would.
Right.
I would play in it if there was a division for me to be able to play.
Yeah.
So, and I would also like to go back to the venue size is most likely the detractor from that.
But okay, so if that's what you're
just think it
saying,
is, yeah.
why isn't even the ACL doing it? Because
Well,
they have bigger venues,
So-
right?
so,
with
okay.
an extra
Hey,
day.
Let me talk about it real quick. They do have that extra day. They only play singles on that extra day, but they have sit and go tournaments, and that may be in place of a men's division because those sit and go tournaments you can run like 15 of those a day.
Yeah.
You get your signups, boom, you're in a tournament. And if they had sit and goes, would you play the men's division or would you go to those sit and goes? Let's say they had 5 boards out there just specifically for sit and goes. So according to the math, you could have 50 people per sit and go,
No,
right?
40.
We'll say 40 is a great number for a sit and go. No big deal for it, right? And if they ran that out to its end, that would only cover a very small portion of the venue, and I would be happier than a men's division, I think.
I would rather play in the big men's division, like just as a competitor myself.
Okay.
But I do think you're right that the sit and goes are popular, and that's where I started this with too. Is like, why is this pro series this weekend not big? I think tailgaters need to be at every pro series. They need to be at venues. If you want to get your pros there, if you want to get a lot of people there, you need things for people to do the whole time.
Yeah.
Like that's the only problem with cornhole tournaments right now is if you're not a good player, you're not engaged all day long. You know, or if you are a 19 to 54-year-old man.
Or you just throw bad one day, or you get a bad draw, or, there's stuff like that. But no, I agree. Okay,
All right,
let's move
next
on.
topic.
We'll
What do you
move on
got?
from the
What
topic.
do you got for us?
We got a couple, but what do you got, Gobin? Come on, tell me. Ashton, are we getting a storm shelter? It is.
It's clear.
It's starting. No, yeah, right. It's starting to. Yeah, I mean, if we lose power, folks, that's going to be it for the podcast. But
I don't think we're gonna
I think
lose
we want
power.
to do one or two more topics here. We're done with that one. It was kind of a funny one, though. It was kind of like a troll one. I think women should be able to play in seniors, but it was a good intro to get into that.
Molly,
men's division at least.
What up, baby?
Molly, what up? I'm not going to say baby. That's weird.
Yeah, you don't say that. You
It's
don't
just
say
odd.
that.
It's weird.
Um,
You had a couple of them here.
yeah,
What did you put on there?
I don't know. Somebody talked about people putting things on the slow side of their bag to make them slower. I don't think you should be allowed to put anything on the back side of your bag to make it slower. You can't apply a substance to make it slower.
Wait, somebody said to do that?
No, somebody said that that's an issue.
I'm going to talk about that for a second. A
Go
quick
ahead.
second, but I want to talk about this first. Ed, you messaged me and said, Thursday night, Bill, you need to update that intro. Look, Ed, there were 2 people with 1 point that was missing and did not change places, and I didn't update that. That's it. That's what he's talking
You
about.
did great. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, back to putting stuff on bags. If you take your bag and rub it in dirt, and then on the sidewalk, and then in dirt, and then on the sidewalk, trying to slow it down and things like that, and then 6 months later, because you've thrown those bags forever, you haven't done that in 6 months, you don't wash your bags, you don't do anything, you're just trying to get that dirt in there a little bit quicker. Is that what we're talking about here?
I
Or are
don't-
you talking about dripping
All right.
pine tar on it?
This is what was said. What about players putting substances on their bags to help slow them down? How should that be handled if they're caught?
I rub my bag on a brick for part of the break-in process to be able to slow those down. Does that count
This
for this
says
6 months later?
substances. Putting
Dirt.
substances.
Chalk. If we're only talking about, like, I don't know, putting baby oil or something like that because it's going to slow it down a very small... Like, I don't know what substances anybody puts on there because I don't know anybody that's ever done that.
Well, I know. No, I've heard people like rub a deodorant stick on the back of that thing.
Okay.
People have used not pine tar, but there was something that somebody told me somebody used like a wax of some sort. The water has been a hot topic, right? That somebody dampened
Somebody
the flow side of their
accused
bags.
somebody else of dampening
That's
them.
what I'm saying.
Those bags were not dampened.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't around for what transpired with that entire thing. I heard about it third party. All you could have to do is feel the bag and you would know if it was wet or not. You know, I mean, it's just
The only thing that I have to say about this is going to be a very short topic or a very short question here, because in the players' rules, when you play against somebody, and maybe you suspect that because maybe they have slower bags and it's like abnormally slow. In the down and backs, you're allowed to have, I believe, 5, but you are also allowed to throw your opponent's bags for 1 down and back. And that's so you can check those out and ensure that nothing nefarious has happened. If there was something nefarious, you call an official over, they will have to change their bags out if there was.
yeah. I think that
That's-
if there was a rule for what substances can be on it, kind of what you were talking about, what Nate was talking about, I would say unnatural substance, right? Like, because if you're throwing outside, like this is the sport of cornhole, right? It started out
So
in summer.
beeswax, Cody. Brewer says it.
Unnatural.
Yeah,
Right, like-
unnatural. I agree.
Right.
I
Like,
agree.
dirt, if you are rubbing dirt into it, it's a natural substance. I think it's okay, right? Like chalk would be unnatural, right? Because you're never throwing in a space where the ground is maybe chalked. You
Chalk
know?
is natural though.
No. Chalk
Isn't
is
it a
man-made. Well, no. I don't think so. I think you have to create chalk with a couple different minerals.
I think chalk grows
I
naturally.
think chalk is a rock.
I don't think it grows.
It
but-
does not grow. No.
So
I would
I'm
say
just saying,
unnatural
the
substances.
line to draw on something like that is a little wild.
Yeah.
I do believe. Okay. So let's say you say any unnatural substances or whatever on a bag. What is the difference from putting fabric softener on a bag? What is the difference?
No, I agree with you. That would be not allowed, but it's undetectable. And that's what makes it tough. I get it. Which all these things become undetectable after time, right?
So if the bag feels wet prior to a game because the boards are so fast, I want to slow them down and get them wet. I agree. That should never be able to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your bag should be game ready that day. You shouldn't be able to do anything to them that day. But that's what I'm saying. The line is so blurry in something like that because the rules are clear. If somebody put a substance on a bag, which let's say I'm at a tournament and I can smell fabric softener, that literally means I can throw their bags and I can say, hey, there's something weird on here. And then a tournament director smell it, and it's like, well, that's fabric softener.
Yeah.
That legitimately meets that billet. So it's a weird rule. I think we all know the intent of it, and we all break our bags in with some sort of different bag magic or vinegar or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But where do you draw the line is what I'm saying, because it gets a little crazy.
Yeah, DJ says so many bags made in different speeds. There is no sense in changing the speeds of any bags by a different bag. As much as I agree with you, DJ, there's something to a player, and if they get a certain material, right?
Like the quickness of the break-in.
Well, or the material itself. Like you see, herringbone throwers will not throw anything that's not herringbone. They don't care if the speed is the same or anything else. It's like herringbone is my type of carpet. Same with like your Viking style carpet or what's on our elixirs. Same with your now hybrid carpets. Like some people, I only like this hybrid carpet, you know, and like it's not even an issue of the speeds as more of they want this material and then they want it to get it slowed down to this speed, and then it's their money back.
Right, they get it slowed down to a specific speed, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
The great thing about Sammy with his speeds of the bag is he wants the absolute slowest. He wants that bag to slap with a flat bag on it and still kick a little bit with that.
Yeah.
Like that. That's what's great about his. So that's somebody, and I don't think he's ever put anything on his bags like that. I don't know Sammy that well to know if he treats his bags with anything. But if he puts beeswax on it, what Cody said earlier, what is the difference from washing your bag with fabric softener? Yeah. You're changing the speed yourself doing something like that. I don't even understand the difference between those things.
Yeah, I agree with you. And somebody else said in the comments earlier, I don't know if I can find it, but somebody said something about BBs or even inside the bag BBs. So, I mean, there's a rule on that. It has to be plastic. It has to be plastic. Right. So that's really what the rule states right now. As bag makers, I mean, I was literally thinking about this last night, just trying to figure out what could be the next innovative thing for a cornhole bag. Like, because, I mean, we want to figure that out, right? Like, you want to be on the cutting edge of whatever business you're in, or you should be, right? Yeah. And it's because you never know what's coming. You know, at one point it was corn and went to plastic, and then it went to two-sided bags, and then it went to different styles of carpets, and then it went to different fills, and now probably what takes over right now is a tri-blend fill with a hybrid carpet style slow side and an 8 or 9 speed fast side. That's what's running the game right now, and it's been happening for roughly 2 years.
Yeah. Right?
I don't think Orbeez are plastic, Nate, but I don't think Orbeez would be
I think they are, but they're filled with water, and over time they kind of dehydrate themselves, so I don't believe that would ever... But that would actually be very cool.
I do believe that the rule says something about the plastic pellets that cannot break down, which is also kind of odd, because the plastic pellets all do break down somewhat.
Todd puts Bud Light on his.
Yeah,
I like it.
The shag carpet, yeah. I mean,
look.
Yeah, what do you do?
It's tough to put a rule on, because as I think I have stated very clearly, if you're gonna have a rule for somebody slowing down their bags, somebody else speeding them up or making them more hole friendly by a different substance, I think is in the same boat. I can complain about both.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Does that mean we all have to break our bags in the old traditional way and just throw these things?
Yeah, and then
I don't agree with that.
I don't
exactly. You can't police it, right. And I don't agree with that. And I think we all know the spirit of it. It means prior to a game, the boards play how the boards play, right? And if I'm taking beeswax, rubbing it on the side before I play a game on those boards or whatever people do, I didn't even know beeswax was a thing on it. That is not okay. If I can pick up somebody's bag and it leaves a residue on the board to where you throw yours and changes the speed of your bags, that is not okay.
Right.
Yeah, like things like that.
Yeah.
But I think you buy a brand new set of bags, you do whatever you want to do to them, and you get them good. You throw them a bunch, and it goes back to normal bags or whatever it may be, and it's good to go, and it's not going to affect anybody else's bags. Then you're good to play.
And that's what Dakota Turpin just said.
But not
too.
at the beginning of a tournament.
Both Dakota and Tim.
I
As
think
long as it
that's-
doesn't change the speed of the board, then do whatever you want to your bags. Right? But
if
as
you're
soon
leaving
as-
residue, dude, you're
as
weird.
whatever you've done to your bags can affect your opponent or later games, that's illegal.
Right.
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 Okay.
Okay,
Tracy
next
said, well, she said this real
Okay.
quick. She's talking about the circle on the back of bags. I wish I had a set up here to show you guys because that was one of the supposed exhibit A's that
That's a
somebody
good
had
question,
against
yeah.
Sammy, because you might see folks, especially people who throw a lot of roll bags, very flat bag with a very high spin rate, is a circle in the middle of the bag that appears darker. Okay, so then they said that was wet. That's why it was darker.
So,
The
yeah.
reason it's that color is because it's cleaner, right? Because usually they're throwing a dark carpet, and the spin rate of the bag and the way they throw it, it spreads the resin out to the edges of the bag, the spots that you see that are lighter colored, and only will those portions of the bag hit the board or the ground or the hole more than the middle, because when the beads disperse with centrifugal force, there is a space in the middle of the bag, and now it doesn't
have
touch
any
the
resin.
board.
Right.
Right.
It doesn't touch the board as much. It doesn't have as much friction against the board, so the outside gets a little bit lighter because it's rubbing against the board most of it. I can go downstairs. I can pick you every bag that I have down there. You will see that circle in there. I have never, ever put water on it. Like, this is something, I can pick a bag up that I haven't thrown for 6 months, and you're going to see that circle on there, and that is what it's for. I tried to throw with the highest rate of spin I possibly could. I tried to throw every bag with the right to left cut, super soft in the air, and what happens when you have that spin in that right to left? It's going to land on a corner of the bag or a side of the bag, and it's never really going to rub that middle up through the area, because that resin does not weight it down in that point. That's why you get that little circle. And you can tell from that circle that most players that throw roll bags and throw them well, where they're pretty, where they're wonderful to look at, because it has that nice floating, and it's it's beautiful. Like, I know people can throw nose down roll bags and all sorts of crazy crap, and they may not have that circle on there, but somebody who has that right to left, that's just beautiful, and it floats, and you're gonna see circles on their bags because of that spin rate and how it spreads out that resin. I mean, that's.
And Craig's saying the same thing. If you throw a white bag in the air above your head, you'll see it as well in the light. And that's because one, it's cleaner. Two, the material is broken down more on the outside edges. So that, if you guys ever see the circle on somebody's bag, that is the science behind it in the terms
You know,
that
you're about to play a game that people are gonna block a lot, and they have a good roll. So I hope you're swimming around bags. When you see that, that's what's gonna happen. So, okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Sounds like Sammy was beating a sore loser.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know.
Okay, what else?
The last one that was a comment about was the
This is
5-second rule, which we've covered before. That in the rule book, as soon as a bag hits the board, you can technically count 1 ACO, 2 ACO, 3 ACO, 4 ACO, 5 ACO, and even if the bag is still moving, you technically can now remove that bag from the board, and it counts as just 1 point.
You counted that bag earlier today that was still dripping, and it had been 5 seconds, and I threw it out of the hole.
It was legal, what you did.
So I won.
Well, there wasn't ACO rules on the side.
So I won
because
today?
the pitch of the pitch surface was more than 4.3%.
I won today.
No, it was only 1 point anyways. You lost by 6.
Okay, wait. Let's read Stephanie's here. I'd like to put it up, but it's so big that I don't even know if it'll fit. Holy, Stephanie, what is this? Bigger than Cornhole. MD Anderson will showing this. Okay, you read this. I can't read this.
MD, I don't know. MD Anderson
Medical
will be
doctor?
showing the super major in their theater room for the kids' cancer unit. The jersey Parker will be wearing when he will be for one of the kids there named Branson. It's his birthday week. He's turning 11. I'm hoping we can get some shout outs from people on live stream for the kids. Anything to make them smile just for a little bit. Okay, that's cool stuff. That's
Kids there named
Yeah.
Branson. This is at the major that.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Nick texted me about this. I just didn't have like a flyer to put on the thing, and I didn't mean to talk about this, so I want to
I like
thank
that. I like that.
Stephanie for bringing this up. But yeah, Parker is throwing for a kid they know over there. His name is Branson. He's wearing a jersey. It says Hollywood on it, which I believe is the nickname of Branson, who is currently in the cancer unit. So really cool. And like what she's saying is they're going to show the entire tournament in a theater room for the kids in the unit.
So,
And
Stephanie, I know you probably already have reached out to Finn or Phil.
I think they talked about it last night.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Then okay. All right, good. I like that. No, that's
The
cool.
one this weekend, Scotty, they're doing that this weekend. So honestly, I mean, someday CBC would love to organize a tournament to raise money for something like that as well. I mean, who
love
knows?
it. Yeah.
We'd love. I mean, that's cool to get something like that into a building like that. And I really wish that we reach out to more facilities when we live stream. Maybe that is something we do, and we send out emails. Hey, this is what we're doing. You know what I mean? If you'd like to show the kids something different, this is when the kids play. This is that. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
A lot of
that's cool.
possibilities.
I didn't know that was happening this weekend. That's the first I've heard of that, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Is that it? Do we still have that topic to go through, or are we done?
The 5-second rule one.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if the bag is in play and moving, you let it move until it finishes moving.
I don't know anybody that doesn't do it.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about like what's on the line and can you do it, you better be counting out the 5 ACOs out loud because I'm going to call your ass out if you're playing against me and you move a bag that's still moving. Yeah, like, that's 5 seconds. I didn't hear you count 1 ACO, 2 ACO.
Yeah, if you're not counting, you can't just rip it and say it was 5 seconds.
That's
Right,
what I'm
that's
saying.
the problem
And nobody's
with
going to count that.
Right.
So
Right.
I will have a problem. I will call tournament director and I will be like, the bag was still moving. And hopefully the person that actually moves the bag out of the hole sits there and is like, well, I will admit that it is still moving, but I have the 5 second rule.
So here's my question for you: why even implement a rule like that? Like, why is that a rule?
Well, the last bag is thrown, you run down as quick as you can and you pull all the bags. Right?
Yeah, but I don't like, how often do you think this is happening?
Doesn't happen, but it could happen more often if it were not a thing that to let the bag sit for 5 seconds.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. There's got to be some sort of time limit. There's been numerous bags I've thrown outside that sit there and they sit on the hole, and I walk down and then Steph talks to me so I don't pick them up, and all of a sudden it drops. And this is 10, 15 seconds. And it could be the wind. Something like that is important to state because the ACO plays crazy loud music.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crazy loud right by the streaming court. If you don't think that bass is vibrating just a little tiny bit on those boards, and when you have one little piece of resin drop, and then it vibrates again, and another little piece of resin, I bet you if you looked at stats, there would be more bags in the hole or higher PPR the louder the bass is. I bet you.
Well,
And
also
it's-
maybe just
so-
walking up to it, right? Depending on your stature, could affect the
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, so if you're standing next to the board and you think your bag is moving, and so you start jumping up and down, like, is that illegal?
So I have thought of this, and I thought of doing this numerous times. And
Yeah.
usually you walk to the other side with your little bucket hat, and you pick them up as quick as you possibly can. So I can't do that, but I have thought about doing that numerous times, especially without you looking. Like just kind of stomping a little bit.
Well, I like when somebody thinks it's moving. I'll just kick the board on purpose, because then the bag will fall, but I made it fall, so then it doesn't count.
yeah, and you say, oh, I touched the board.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it was going in anyway. I don't know.
Oh, that is true, Ed. I remember that in the ACL. Do you remember that in the ACL a long time ago, Bill? Somebody was throwing, it was really fast boards and really fast bags, and they would throw a bag, and then it started to
Behind the
recede
hole?
back down the board.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't see that live. No.
See, but with the 5 second rule, so when you, I don't know, I gotta look at the rule now, because when you remove it from the board, does it still count as a point? Because in this instance, the bag continues to move. So if it goes from the top left corner and it's gonna go all the way back down and fall off of the board, what's the protocol there? Do you stop it? Like, yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Weird. Those are so extreme, those scenarios.
But like Ed said, it's happened.
It could happen. And what I would do, Ed, in a situation like that, is wonder who cleaned the boards, and then I would look with what they cleaned them with, and I would say you're completely wrong from what is it called, the glass cleaner Windexing the boards. It's so crazy.
I think in the ACO there is a rule with boards that the boards are supposed to be a certain speed. That they can't allow the bag to recede back down the board. It's actually written somewhere in the rule. I just can't remember it. Yeah, I wish.
We'll
maybe
pull up the
DJ
rules.
knows.
We'll pull up the rules. Maybe we'll bring some crazy ones up. We've done it before. We pulled up the rules,
We need to bring
they
up
change
more
every
rules.
year. So it is
Which
nice
is
to be able to
good
pull
that
those up.
they change.
Yeah, it is good. So we believe we've had actually a couple times some influence on how some of the rules changed. So that's why we like doing Family Feud once in a while, because we think that there's a listening ear out there once in a while, right?
We hope so. We think some things have changed in a coincidental fashion after we've spoken about them. You know, I don't know. I don't care who changes it. I don't want to sit here and be like everything we talks about needs to be changed. You know,
No, and I'm not saying that either,
Yeah.
but it is nice to know that people can group together and discuss these things and have valid, logical arguments, and that other people may listen to those and then may change some of them based upon what we all think. And I love that. And that's great. I'm not saying it for clout. You know,
Right.
I'm not saying, oh, I got that rule changed, so
Right.
I'm great.
Because-
I'm saying
yeah,
it because us doing this, it does help those out.
Well,
Is
and
what
your
I'm-
guys' comments, right? Like, I mean,
Right.
I think that there's a huge piece of that. Like, if we just sat here and talked, Bill, and we had no comments agreeing with us or anything, then I doubt anything ever gets changed, right? We're bringing up stuff that usually you guys put out to us, you know, or we see come across that is controversial. I said one of the things that I'd love to see in the ACO is a committee. I mean, that's just something, a board of some sort that is made up of different types of
I thought you were
ACO
going to say
members.
that is made up of Hoppy.
No, like you know, it has all the ACO staff, and then it has probably 2 certified officials, 2 bag makers, 2 pro players, 2 regular players. You know what I mean? And then they make up a board where when things are going to change or maybe need to be changed, you can have a hearing, right, of the members of the board, and then you can take something to a vote. You know, and I think that I just don't know what that looks like because everybody would have to be privy to finances and stuff like that. And
It
then
looks like a business. That's what it looks like.
right. Yeah.
Just saying. That is what it is. So, yeah, you have board members. Sometimes board members aren't even shareholders.
Right,
So-
and that's what I'm saying. I think that that'd be the best course of action. You know, for all these things that people usually or just manufacturing ideas. You know, because sometimes it seems like it's kind of closed out. Sometimes, but it's a privately owned business, and they can do whatever they want. Like, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
You know, to start with, happy to be a bag partner. Like we've been lucky to have the success we've had.
100%.
A lot of hard work, but you know, a lot of blessings as well.
All right, folks. We're going to get out of here. It's been a long one. It didn't need to be this long, but I think we hit some good topics. I think we talked about some good things during this podcast here. And I don't know. It's a slippery slope anywhere you go on some of these topics. And that's what I try to bring into this. It doesn't mean that that's my actual thought on something. It just means that, hey, man, you start talking about substances when you wash your bags with fabric softener. I like that. There's just things like that you got to bring up because, like, you're speeding yours up. You're making yours more hole-friendly while I'm slowing mine down. What's the freaking problem here? You know, so you got to draw the line somewhere. It's a little bit more than just saying, oh, this person rubbed a substance on, or you know, or we can't have a men's tournament, or like there's numerous things that we could talk about.
But that is
Anyway.
why we like the topics, because usually it's something that's you know, a lot of people have thought about but don't put a lot of logical thought into it. Bill and I usually take things to the left and right limits most of the
Right.
time.
We try to,
and
yeah.
that's how it kind of has to be. If you guys have controversial topics you want us to bring up, you can message them to us if you'd rather be anonymous, or usually each week we make a post that says, what do you want to talk about? You can put it in there. Either way.
And I don't care about who's cheating on who and who does this and who don't. We're not about anything like
Yeah,
that.
I said player
Don't-
scandals today,
Yeah.
and I didn't mean...
I don't care about that crap, folks. I'm just gonna delete whatever you put
I
in.
meant more like the bag thing today, where
Yeah.
somebody was accused of putting something on their bag. Like, that's what I more meant when I said scandal. And then I remembered that it's 2025 and scandal is used for a lot of different things.
That ain't my thing. So
Yeah,
anyway,
we do not care
cornhole.
about your personal problems. I mean, if you want to talk to me about them, like on a personal side note, different story, right? But CBC on the podcast, we're talking about things about cornhole.
I love that we caveated that because, folks, you'd be surprised. All right, this is Faith Family Four Baggers.
Out.